Welcome to Neil's Han Dynasty. Like, share, and subscribe. Buy some silver and some platinum. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. And don't commit any felonies whatsoever when you go into a national park and take pictures and post them to social medias. It's now a federal crime. What? Yes, it's a federal crime, and here's the news.
Many of which are managed by the National Park Service. This became more difficult in October of 2022 when the Park Service implemented a regulation that makes posting park video or photos to social media a federal crime if that post generates revenue. But revenue for who? You or the social media company? It doesn't say. It's just not clear. You can get a permit, but it takes weeks and costs at least $100. I'll try to explain this overreaching regulation and the permitting process so that your kid's dance video doesn't give them a criminal record. This is the National Park Service website that attempts to explain it. This rule has only been in place since October 28th of 2022, when the National Park Service rescinded interim guidance during litigation, which it won on appeal by a 3-2 decision. So the Park Service returned to long-standing laws and regulations governing commercial filming in parks. However, those laws were written before the social media boom. They are clearly outdated today, and it'll make criminals out of millions of mostly young Americans. The next section on the website asks, when is a permit needed for commercial filming? Well, all the time. All commercial filming that takes place in a unit of the National Park System requires a permit. And you may not realize it, but there are hundreds of these. They're not just national parks and national monuments. The list is too great to list here. Basically anything with the word national in front of it that's run by the Park Service is covered under this law. And this is how they define commercial filming. It means any electronic, magnetic, digital, or other recording of a moving image by a person, business, or other entity for a market audience with the intent of generating income. Examples include, but are not limited to, feature film, You have to go down to the next page to see where we get into trouble. Federal law requires a permit for all commercial filming, no matter the size of the crew or the type of equipment. So if you're using an iPhone, it applies to you. This includes individuals or small groups that do not use much equipment, but generate revenue by posting footage on websites such as YouTube and TikTok, and presumably every other form of social media. The thing that's not clear here is, so if I'm monetizing my YouTube channel, then this rule applies to me, because I generate revenue from it. Facebook and Instagram and TikTok are generating revenue from those posts. So even if I'm not monetizing it, because that company is monetizing it, does that mean it's commercial filming? It's just not clear. If that's the case, hundreds of thousands of people are going to be breaking federal law. And even if it's just people who are monetizing, it's still going to be several thousands and seems grossly unfair. In the next sentence, it says that the primary focus of the NPS, that's National Park Service, is on commercial filming that has potential impact on park resources and visitors beyond what occurs from normal visitor use of park areas. So I guess what they're saying is they're not going to enforce it. Or maybe that's not what they're saying. Because at the end it says all filmers, no matter the size, must comply with all rules that apply in park areas, just like other visitors.
All right. I'm going to stop it there because I don't want this video to go too long, but that gives you the gist of it. You might say, oh, it doesn't apply to me or whatnot. But I tell you what, anytime the government wants to clarify after the fact, you'll get swooped into that clarification and you'll be responsible. So you'll have committed a felony and you'll go to jail for 5 years and pay $5,000. Holy crap. Get that permit, people. Keep yourself legit. Luckily I only film here in my yard and my basement. But if I ever do go out, like Muir Island, I almost did a video out there. That's a national. They got some national monument stuff going on out there. I could have committed a felony, so I'm definitely gonna look into getting a permit. It's only like $125. But if they ever choose to come after people for revenue, which of course we know the government always does, never does, yeah, I'll be safe. I just wanted to put this out here so maybe you guys can take a look at it. This dude is what is it, big social media national and in national parks. The West is big travel. If you want to check and get some more information off of his channel or whatnot, that's enough to scare the crap out of me. So before I do any filming on any national anything, I'm gonna pay that $100 for the permits. That way I can tell him to suck my big toe. I've got a permit, and they'll have to go away, and I'll be able to countersue them because they harassed me. You guys have a good day.